Hello there. So, don't normally come talking to you from this angle, but I forgot to record a intro to this video outside. So here I am. A little awkward. But anyway, I was so excited about what I got in the mail the last couple days that I couldn't hardly withstand myself. And I got something coming tomorrow, a big thing coming tomorrow too. It's coming in on a semi. So that'll be exciting. But I was so excited whenever I got this today. I had to take it out. I had to try it, and you're gonna see. In this video, you're gonna see some of the results of that. Got something else I'll show the unboxing of. I'll take that video tomorrow, probably first thing in the morning, because still working on fence. I've got that video coming too. Got most of it done, but I've still got to finish it. So we've got that video coming, and with this now we're going to be able to take really good video of that, and we're going to have a little more higher quality video. So I guess without further ado, we'll show it to you. I don't know if anyone knows what that is. A little hint, if you know what it is, comment down below if you got what it was before I actually revealed it. So this is what we got. It's not near as big as you'd think it is. It's nowhere close. It is literally about the size of my cell phone. Not a whole lot different in size when it's all folded up, but it's a DJI Mini 3 Pro. So a nice little drone. We did some aerial shots with it today, kind of played with it. I've got several things for it. I bought that went with it, and that was why I got this controller. They say I watched several reviews on YouTube. They said that it was a lot easier with the screen already being made into it, and it connected a lot easier. And I'm all about simplicity. The easier it is, a little more expensive, but it's a lot easier. So, but we'll open it up and I'll show you how big it is. It doesn't take much to fold it out. These two just fold straight out. Now these bottom ones, they're a little more interesting. They kind of fold out like so. So. And then I'm gonna leave the camera protector on it, but all you do is just pop it right here, and it just pulls right off. And then there's a little camera in here, and it's on a gimbal. And the reviews on this thing were quite positive. So I really want to try it. Fun fact: it just tells you how fast technology improves all the time. I bought this not even a week ago. Today, DJI came out with their new Avant, which is supposed to be, it looks like it'd be a little more user-friendly for a new time flyer. But this thing was pretty easy to fly. I mean, I literally got things started up. It took me a little bit to figure out how to connect it, but it was because the remote needed to update, and so it took me a little bit to figure out that it needed to update. It took turning it on, turning it off to get it to update. But once I got all that stuff done, then it connected up just fine. It was super easy. And we flew it around for just a little bit of fun. So I've got some videos I'm going to show you guys, but be very gentle on me. This is literally my first time flying a drone. I've never flown one, never even really been around one. This is my first time even trying it out. So we got the whole family involved in it. They were all very interested in watching it. So hopefully this will up the quality of my videos. I can get some good aerial shots this way. It'll actually follow me around so that I can show you what we're doing as we're doing it. I think it will drastically increase the quality of the video, so make it a little more interesting to watch. But that's all the bigger it is. So here's the size comparison compared to the remote. So it's pretty interesting. We had fun with it today. But anyway, I guess I'll quit talking about it and I'll show you the video, and I'll do a little bit of a voiceover. So you can just stop hearing me talk about it while I'm just sitting here. Okay, so this is our hay field out front of the house. You can see there's still a lot of hay bales in it. The grass has grown up. We've got to get it off. We're going to plant oats in this field and hope for a good second cut. But before we do that, we're going to turn the milk cows in here, and we're going to graze this off. So looks pretty good from aerial shot. So don't poke too much fun at me. I've never drove a drone before, so this is my first chance to ever do it. We're headed back to the field that we call the Christie Place, or the bottom. Uh, we sit on top of a pretty high hill, so for us it's a bottom, but for most people they wouldn't call it a bottom. But we got some pretty decent hay production out of this field too. Not as good as the field in front of the house, but it did pretty good for us. So we gotta get all the hay off these fields. All these fields are, I'm planning on putting in oats, and several of these fields we have to build a lot of fence in too, because we're gonna surround them. That way we can kind of section them off a little bit better and raise feeders and stuff like that. And we're also planning on planting crops in these fields. So we got to get them straightened up, cleaned up, and get better fences put in. This field here in the back, this one did not do very well. I mowed it, and then I had no intention of actually baling it. I was going to let the material lay on the ground, mulch back into the soil, and let the nutrients return back to the soil. But I told my mom, and I guess she didn't. I guess she didn't hear me, or didn't, or what, or just out of natural instinct, just went ahead and raked it up for me. But we went ahead and baled it because it was already raked up, and I thought, well, that would be worse on the grass. But actually, I had to stop right in here. I started losing signal, so the drone started. I think it was because of the hill and the trees. It started to lose a little bit of signal on me, but I played around with it. We're actually sitting over top of our cattle working chutes, and it's where we feed a lot of cattle in here, and we also uh, this is where we work all the cattle and make sure they get their vaccines and all the stuff that they need in order to live healthy lives. So, but I don't know if you can see it or not. Yep, right there it was. Just show it here in a minute. There's my dad's bottom. So, yep, right in there. There's a little white building in there. You can just barely see it. You see the top of the white roof. That's actually my mom and dad's house. So that's where they live. Yeah, there it is. There's a little red building. That is the woodshed out back of their place. So I thought it was pretty interesting. I thought I'd go pick on my mom, but the drone kept losing signal. I think because of the hill and the trees. So it was doing pretty good. It was doing pretty good. This is not close to the house. That's at least a mile off. You can just barely see our big red barn in the distance there, and the hay barn where we started out. So thought it was pretty neat to get to play around with this. I'm really looking forward to this and getting to play with it a little bit more and seeing what features it has. It should do a really good job, and the video is pretty stable. That was one thing that I learned in the reviews, is they all talked about the video being stable and in good quality. So I think this will really help out our videos. I'm really excited to try this out, and the more I use it, the better I'll become with it. But like I said, this is the first time I've ever used one. I've even been around one. I mean, I've never even been around someone that's been operating one. So, and I know very, very few people that have one. So, but it does do a good job from the air. It looks pretty. I mean, all those hay bales sitting in the green field, you can't ask for much better than that. So, we get up here, we'll take a look at the farm. I get a little bit better with the drone, and I'll fly it around the farm, give an aerial view, aerial tour. So make it look a little bit better. This video can show, we probably need to do a little bit of cleanup work. Been thinking about getting a bush hog for my skid steer. Leaning towards like a bushwhacker or bush hog. It seems to be the best value for the money. I can't remember if it was $7,250 or $7,500 for the bushwhacker bush hog for my skid steer, but it seems to be, from what I've seen, about the best value for the money. They claim it can cut an 8-inch tree down and do a 5-inch continuously, but here we go. The drone's starting to beep at me that it's low battery. Since we didn't have time to charge it, I was excited to get it, and I got it figured out, and we were trying it out. But we had the whole family sitting out there. They were all watching us, so they were having fun with it. And then we got I got it down here, and the dog showed up, and I was kind of curious to see how she would react to it. She did not react positively to it. She barked at it several times, and then went and ran and hid underneath my truck. So, but we've got quite a bit of cleanup to do. We're planning on doing some work to our house. The house is it was the original 4 rooms of the house were built in the 1880s. So we're gonna try to fix it up a little bit. Wife would like to put a porch and a covered porch on the front, maybe a patio along the back. Um, the building you see there, the one that looks in rough shape to the right, it is my grandpa's garage. He built that when he got home from World War II, and at the time it was probably the pinnacle of what anyone in this area had as far as a shop. Most everybody worked on stuff underneath the shade tree, and he actually had somewhere to store his tools, pull his tractor in, and worked on them. And a lot of stuff happened in that building. There's a lot of history in that building, and I drastically, very much so, want to fix it up. So, but it's going to take quite a bit of work. I'm hoping on filming that. That'll be a really good project because it's kind of in rough shape. It's if it wasn't made of if it wasn't made of good treated oak boards, they're weather treated, not like treated with chemical. If it wasn't made of really good treated oak boards, it would have fell in a long time ago with all the abuses taken over the years. But I'd really like to. I want to get it cleaned up. I want to put a concrete floor in it. I want to put a nice like bifold or hydraulic door on the front of it. And I kind of like to make a wood shop out of it, and park the trucks be able to park the trucks in the middle of it. But I can, work on wood projects when I want to too. So I don't like having the wood stuff in my shop where I work on machinery. You just get that dust in the stuff, and it just doesn't. That kind of, electronics and stuff like that do not work good with sawdust around. So, but anyway, this is the end of the video. We're getting close to it, so I thought I'd do a quick voiceover and kind of show you what it was on my first little outing with the drone. Be sure to like and subscribe to the video. Thank you so much.